Well, 11 years on HRT today, exactly to the day. 11 years ago, on 11:09 a.m., I took my first lot of HRT. 2 wee pills. It wasn't much to begin with, and, it wasn't perfect. And I'm going to try and get the right angle here, because, here we go. It wasn't perfect, it wasn't much, but it was a start. 6 months later, my dosage was increased, and, well, 11 years. Long time. It's been quite the journey, to say the least. There's no new progress. I had my GIC appointment, blood test and everything. The levels are all fine. Everything's fine there. And still not being able to get surgery because of my weight, which refuses to go down no matter what I do. I'm trying. Not having the best of luck, but I'm trying. There's got to be something that works. Something really workable. So not much progress there. Still, 11 years. Yay. Right. I'm still in recovery from the narcissistic abuse inflicted by those two former friends and the other person from over 3 years ago. Still grieving from my mum, who I miss every day. I am still in recovery from the injuries sustained from the distress of the second lot of narcissistic abuse. I have since sent a lot of reports to Child Protection Services and Social Services about that child being at severe risk. That ultimatum was a massive red flag. Don't call CPS on us, or we'll never forgive you nor be friends. That raised serious concerns, so investigation was done, evidence gathered and sent off. It's all out of my hands now. I can't do anything more. All I can do is hope and try to put some trust in the authorities to better handle the matter and take it seriously and ensure that child is safe and the parents are held accountable for their abuse of their child, their willingness to hide that abuse, the ultimatum, their abuse of me, the financial leeching. Well over £2,000 they leached from me. It's a lot of money. I haven't seen a penny back in months. It seems they're doing revenge. Looks like they're looking to get revenge now. My front door got kicked in back in January. So hard that the bottom lock came out. So that got repaired and security has been installed. And my living room window got smashed in late February. The footage was handed to the police. The frame looks very familiar. I think it's one of those two. And the third person might be helping them out. I seriously hope they're not looking for revenge. Because if they are just going to screw themselves over and dig themselves even deeper into a hole that they created. They dug that hole. They chose to make it. They made the choices. They committed the actions. Everything that's happened in regards of the abuse of their child, their decision to try to hide that abuse, their decision to abuse me, their decision to lie to everyone, of trying to maintain a public image when they're narcissists. They are not nice people underneath that public facade. And I found that out pretty quickly. They'll put on this big old public show trying to make it look like they're loving parents, they're lovely and kind people. They're really not. Not really. Underneath that facade are two very harmful people who are determined to run from their issues, to keep digging themselves deeper into a hole and causing as much harm as they can to anyone who's just being kind to them. That's not good. So I had to report them. The safety of a child is a high priority at all times. It is a civic duty of every single person to ensure the safety of a child. And if they have any concerns, if they see that something is wrong, so that the child can be protected and the parents can be held accountable. They can have one or two options. First option, make positive change. Seek out professional help. Really make the effort. That's a good outcome. Yeah, it's not the easiest, of course not, but it's the one that's worth doing. Well, the second option, you continue to dig yourself deeper into a hole, ruin your lives, lose custody of your child, and end up facing legal repercussions. Your choice. I can't do anything about it. It's out of my hands. I did my civic duty. I did exactly as required of me by law and by morality. I've done that. So all I can do now is focus on my recovery, rest up as I'm emotionally burned out, and I'm in a lot of pain. I can't do a lot. And my current issues with my neighbour, things are not good there. Really, things have really gone quite bad. Unfortunately. I don't know how it's going to get resolved. My behaviour has not been very good. There's not a whole lot I can do there, really. I tried and, well, I can't do anything more. I mean, she's considerably older than me. For her age, she would at least have some common sense, but I guess not. Oh well. Nothing I can do. Yes, that's my career is bleeping away. Anyway. So yeah, that's issues that I can't really do anything about. I've done my civic duty, as I've said. It's done. If those two are going to get revenge, they're just going to screw themselves over. They really need to back off and to face accountability and take responsibility for their actions. That would be a positive outcome for their child's sake, for their own. If they're not willing to do that, well, on their heads be it. Right, let's see what else. The recent ruling from the Supreme Court has been not good. Basically, that ruling has reopened a door that should have been sealed forever. By reducing people to their reproductive organs, you are effectively dismissing their individuality, their free will, who they are as a person. First and foremost, true freedom is in living as who you are beyond the expectations of reproduction. So, to answer your question of who am I? The answer is I am me. In that question, you figure yourself out. What do you want to do in your life? What's your choices that you want to do? What's your dreams? What's your aspirations? Who are you as a person beyond body parts? That's true freedom. And every single transphobe who has decided to have people reduced to their reproductive organs have dismissed that. They do not want true freedom because they can't control people through true freedom. that ruling endangers not just trans people. It endangers pretty much everyone who's not a rich white non-trans heterosexual male. And it's extremely dangerous. It's a slippery slope. And every time that kind of slippery slope has happened, millions have suffered. You just have to look at how it was less than 100 years ago and the amount of people who were murdered just because bigotry got to have its way. And we're seeing that again. Over in the US, we're seeing alarming issues show up in a few countries in Europe. It's been horrific. And now the UK is looking to be just like that, to go down this very slippery slope to where the only ones who have rights are those who are determined to strip away the rights that have been hard fought for so long. That's not progress. That's not a future. Humans are not supposed to be oppressed, especially in that way. For centuries, the only people who ever had any rights were those over particular wealth, skin color, sex, and gender. Everyone else was essentially in for a short life. Somebody's been sent to mental asylums to be tortured. That's not a life. That's not a golden age. It's not a future. Humans need to move on from this fixation with trying to control one another's lives and bodies. We are meant to be individuals. We are meant to have free will. We are meant to be able to have a say on our lives. We are meant to be able to say, I am me, and I will do whatever it takes to live my life in the way that I know myself to be. As long as it's not harming people, going around killing and all. Because harming others and destroying their lives is really not a good idea. I do hope humanity glows up one day. It would be nice. We're about time. Right. Yeah, that ruling is extremely dangerous. That's not a victory for women's rights. That is essentially stripping away women's rights, stripping away human rights. It's unacceptable. Whenever people say, "What's a woman?" Easy. A woman is themselves. They're not what's between their legs. They are who they know themselves to be as a person, as an individual. Who they want, what they want to do with their lives. Life should not just be about being bleeding stock and disposable slave labor and cannon fodder for rich people's pointless, petty conflicts. There's more to life than just conforming to really restrictive demands centered around body parts. That's not life. That kind of oppression should never be allowed to come back. Hopefully that ruling gets repealed, because that is a really nasty ruling and it's going to impact billions and not in a good way. Right, what else? In regards to Transformers and that, I've started getting a new line, Age of the Primes. It's not bad so far. Got some more blokies, a lot more. I've been struggling to get some at this point, as the money that those two leached off me is money I'm really needing back to help get some things sorted out. Back in November, there was this massive gust of wind, so powerful the house was shaking. Hours later, I found that my shed was blown right off its base and right into the wall. The neighbours blaming me for it. It's not my plain fault. I didn't even know the shed wasn't even secured. So I'm trying to get the shed sorted out. It's currently on its back. It's really in a very bad position, and I don't know what to do. I can't move it. I'm not very strong. I do as much exercise as I can. I try to keep my strength up. With these injuries and the impact they're having on me, my balance and coordination have been severely impacted. I can't do as much as I would like to do. Even doing my food shopping takes a lot out of me. Even just popping down to the local shop, but I'm knackered by the time I get back. I'm not doing well. I'm struggling to keep this weight off. It just will not shift, and I'm disgusted by my weight. There's gotta be methods at work. It's not like I'm eating much. I don't sit here all day watching TV eating junk. I'm usually doing everything I can to try to get my strength back up, to try to manage and taking breaks. I finally returned to the Yakuza Like a Dragon series and Christmas Eve. So I have now completed Yakuza 7, Asian, Gaiden, Lost Judgment, and I am currently on Infinite Wealth. I'm on chapter 7. So next would be the most recent one that came out, Pirates in Hawaii. That could be fun. But it's going to be a wee while. I'm getting through the game very slowly. I'm finding a bit of a slog. It's good, it's just a bit of a slog. Not as good as Judgment and Lost Judgment though. I really enjoyed those. And Gaiden was fun. That the gadgets were just hilarious, especially the spider web and the spider line. The way it was a shootout, grab the opponents and just send them flying, and you just hear them screaming, complete shock. Love that. Good laugh. It was a short game, but it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that one. It was such a sad ending as well. Oh, poor Kilo. I've been playing as many games as I can. Mostly just working more on challenges, and getting a few games done. I started one game that I found was really good, called Mining Mix. Really good game. It's a simple premise. You're collecting resources and digging all the way down to find the source of a signal, or the source of earthquakes. And the DLC had you locate the signal, or the source of a signal. My brain is really flat. And I really enjoyed it. That was good. It left me wanting more. And I've been doing the best I can. I've been doing my best to rest up and recover. An injury like this really takes a lot out of you. And I don't know how long my recovery is going to be. I very well could have chronic headaches and dizziness for the rest of my life. And I decided I would rather have the scar be visible rather than try to hide it. Unlike those two, I don't hide. I've barely gone out recently because the headaches and dizziness get so bad I could end up inadvertently wandering onto the road and get run over. As much as I'm not afraid to die, I'd rather not get run over by a bus, because that would traumatize the driver. So yeah, I don't get run over in general. A lot I am dealing with on top of my transition, which means something in a lot. That rule in dismissing trans women as people. I am a woman. I was born a girl. I was mistaken for something else because of 2 defects. I was a girl. I am a woman. I struggled. I was utterly miserable. I was so miserable. And while I am still struggling with considerable depression, PTSD, chronic stress, trauma, I am happier being me than I was being that thing. And I don't take kindly to anyone trying to force me to conform to what they want, trying to control me. Cis or trans alike. I don't take kindly to being abused. I don't take kindly to being controlled. And I will not conform to anyone. My life is mine, not anyone else's. What I do with my transition, how I express myself, how I define my femininity is from me to you, not anyone else. Anyone who tries to control me, like those 2 tried with that ultimatum, will not get a nice reception from me. Those 2, I had to pretend to heed the ultimatum. I had to gather their evidence and I had to report them. Do not try to control me. I don't take kindly to it. My life is mine, and I am doing the best I can to like everyone. I still miss Mum a lot. It was her birthday not too long ago. She missed. She was a great mum. It's a massive change adjusting to her absence. Something we're never really prepared for is the loss of those we love. And when it happens, you do the best you can to get through each day while missing them deeply, where your heart pines for them. All you want to do is hear their voice one more time, hear them laugh, to just like share like a quiet moment with them, like just having a cup of tea and a toasted baguette or tea cake or something. Just those little things make the biggest difference. They can mean a lot, especially when you can't do them anymore. Well, there's not much more to say. I have said everything there is to say. So my civic duty, I have voiced my feelings on that ruling, which I feel is a very dangerous ruling. It is. My boundaries are being enforced constantly. No, I will not tolerate abuse. No, I will not tolerate ultimatums. No, I will not be used as an ATM. That money those 2 owe me has to be paid back, and it needs to be paid back. No, I will not be treated badly ever again. And anyone who tries, well, I wouldn't recommend it. I had to put up with a stalker who tried to blackmail my dad. They're so obsessed with me, like really obsessed. Come on, it's been 16 years. Accept the fact that who I am is not going to change. I'm a woman. I may not be able to have a baby. I wish I could. But then there are plenty of non-trans women who can't have children either. I wish I could have a baby. I've been really broody for a while now. Whenever I hear babies cry, my first instinct is, hang on, what am I doing? I wish I could be a parent, but I can't, and I've been told I'm too old to adopt. I can't be a parent, and I wish I could be more of an aunt. I adore kids. I think kids are, yes, they're a handful. They can be, drive you up the wall, but I still adore them. But I can't be a parent. I've sacrificed a lot for my transition. Oh, so much. I'm not going to reverse that. So, yeah, that's pretty much everything. Transformers wise, if you want to see them, hang on. Got like Power the Primes, got a really cool little blokey. I wouldn't call him little, he's actually quite sizable. I like him. And yes, that's a Knight Rider. And got like MP44S. Wish I hadn't, honestly. And a blue Glimlock. Yeah. And it's just, my collection just keeps growing. They're great disability aids. Right. So, with all that said, and all that done, 11 years on HRT. So, yay, I guess. And it's time to sign off. So this is Later What signing off on 11 years on HRT. Bye-bye.